Hello, potato. I'm feeling a little peckish, so let's try some just add water kind of stuff today with Yopokki by... And then let me start out now by apologizing in advance for how horribly I'm probably going to mangle the pronunciation of some of these words. Made by Yopokki. I'm assuming that's the company's name because their address is ypfoods.co.kr. And yep, it is a Korean dish of sweet and spicy tteokbokki. Now, when I saw this, I of course saw the picture and thought, oh, that looks like tteokbokki. And then it says tteokbokki. I'm like, well, is that something different? Is that a different thing? And looking it up, the best I can find is that tteokbokki is either an acceptable alternate spelling or a spelling specifically used because it's easier for foreigners like myself to pronounce. But apparently, and this is the best I can find, it's supposed to be pronounced tteokbokki. So I'm going to try to say it that way without sounding like I'm reading it off of a card as we move forward. So this Yopokki, I guess it should be Yopokki as well, the yi on the end there, is labeled as rice cake with sauce. It is imported, hence it's got the sticker with the North American nutrition facts on it. And it is 1 serving per container, 330 calories. But I'm guessing it is basically instant tteokbokki. Instructions seem fairly straightforward. Put rice cake and sauce in cup. Fill 20 milliliters of water to the red line. Stir well, cover askew, and microwave. In my microwave should be about 2 minutes. So let's open up and see what we have here. I've only ever had tteokbokki from one place, and that is a grocery store that has a very lovely food court attached to it, which I haven't been able to get anything from in quite some time due to the end of the world and such. But yeah, because my niece actually got me to try the tteokbokki because she's quite into Korean food and culture. So what do we have in here? We have our tuk. So that's apparently what these are actually called. The rice noodles are the actual tuk. The tuk. Very hard. They kind of remind me of like mochi before you heat it up. If you get like the mochi is supposed to go in soup. Very hard. And then we have our sauce packet. And these are refrigerated. These are in the refrigerator section. I'm assuming they're supposed to be. That's where I found it. That's where I've been keeping it. So I'm hoping it's supposed to be. So fill to the red line inside. There is no red line inside. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Well, because 20 milliliters of water is not a lot. Fill 20 milliliters of water to the red line inside. Oh, it's outside, doesn't it? That's its outside. Because I can read. It would be helpful if it was on the inside, but I guess we'll just eyeball it. Alright, so let's put the rice and the cake in the cup. Is there a place to pull? There it is. Usually is on these. But not the Deskin packet, because you do not eat the Deskin packet. Basically, these feel like glue sticks. They feel and look like glue sticks before they're cooked. They have the texture of about glue sticks too. All right, so here's our sauce. Is there a particular place to open this? No, there isn't. It's just, if you got this separated from your cup, it's just mystery sauce. Who knows what it is? What it is not wanting to open. Put a little cut there, try again. There we go. All right, and yep, that is a nice, lovely red sauce. Because red means scary, y'all. This is actually sweet and spicy. I don't remember the tteokbokki from the KP Market being particularly sweet. But again, it's been well over a year since I've had any. One thing I did learn from it is you cannot take it home and reheat it later because it turns back into glue sticks. Yep, that was an unpleasant and large mistake. Gotta eat it all in one sitting. That or there's just some way of heating up aside from using a microwave, which is what I had done. All right, so we've added our sauce, and then we need to fill it up with water to the red line on the outside and give it a stir. All right. Yep, that is not a lot of water to get up to that red line. I think it's at the red line. Yeah. What do you think? Might actually be a little above the red line. All right, so it says give it a stir. Put the cover back on it and go and heat it up, and we should have a lovely cup of tteokbokki. Should turn the label to face the front. Here we go. Yopokki. Yopokki. I am just gonna murder that name over and over. Does it become more offensive the more I try to say it correctly, or should I just, should I just roll with it and stop trying to correct myself? I don't know. I'm not sure which is more offensive, but this goes on askew, I suppose, like so. And I will go and throw it in the microwave. And I'll be right back before you even know I'm gone. And fresh from the microwave, we are back with our Yopokki. Yopokki instant tteokbokki. And one thing I noticed actually when I was putting it in there is it's got two different nutrition labels on it that fit the North American standard, or at least seem to at just a glance. And over here, they don't agree with each other. This one says this is 322 calories. And this one says this is 330 calories. I don't know what's going on there. Interesting though. Let's look at our ingredients. Let this like steep a little bit. We've got rice cakes. Well, that makes sense. There's a lot of things in rice cakes, aren't there? Purified water, white sugar, garlic, red pepper powder. I'm trying to see what's in the sauce mostly. Refined rice wine, refined salt, chili oil. Okay, so it smells quite good. It smells very red, if that makes any sense. I have scents associated with like red and green, particularly scents and flavors both. You may have heard me before say something tastes very green to me. It's not like one of the synesthesia. I don't have that or anything. It's just I associate. All right, so let's. So it's very watery. So maybe I did add too much water. I don't know. It doesn't say what to do after you microwave. It doesn't say like let it sit for any length of time, or because it seems like you'd want your tteok there to like soak in the water, but it doesn't say. It just says to microwave it, and then that's all it has to say on the subject. And of course, when I've gotten it at the store, it's been a little bit thicker than that. The sauce has been. That's a very, very watery sauce. I almost feel like, I think I added too much, honestly. It would be helpful if there was this line was on the inside, because I do feel like I've added too much. I feel like this should be thicker. But it's been microwaved. It's been sitting for actually a couple minutes now. So it should be probably about as good as it's gonna get. Let's get a couple tteok in the chopsticks here. Very drippy. Listen, I feel like the sauce should be thicker. I feel like it should be clinging more to the noodles. But it does smell quite good. It does smell quite red, quite good. Let's give it a try. Wow, those noodles softened right up. Kind of tastes a little bit, maybe almost a little like enchilada sauce. Not exactly like it, but there's some of those flavors there. I want to say it doesn't taste exactly like the stuff from KP International, but it's quite good. What's the salt content on this? I'm sure it's awful, isn't it? Because it's an instant thing. Instant things always have awful salt content. 12% of your day. That's actually not that bad. This would maybe not make the worst thing to take to work for lunch. It only takes a couple minutes to cook. Only have to add a little bit of water to it. It's not super stinky. The noodles are very, very chewy. They softened up quite a bit. They are very, very chewy, kind of like mochi, like maybe a thicker mochi, not like the sweet kind, the kind you put in soup. But yeah, that's quite good. I would get that again. I may get that more often. Just maybe with less water next time. As far as the heat goes, to me it seems very subtle. It's there. The sweetness is there as well, which is why again I don't think it tastes exactly like the one I've had before. Yeah, it's definitely not overly spicy. I think you'd have to be fairly sensitive to heat to find that to be too spicy. But yeah, there we go. There's my my lunch for the day. Yopokki by Yongpong. Yeah, definitely a good just add water item. All right, well, I'm gonna go finish this, so I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining, and I do thank you for watching. If you did like it, please give it a like and make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.